everyone. So I am here today with Alia, my Dika doll Lola, and I'm here today just to do a BJD plan rambly video like I used to. I don't know why I stopped these videos. I feel like I haven't really talked about plans in a while. I've talked about stuff I've ordered or dolls I've ordered or just things like that, but not any like plans for the future. And I don't know why I haven't. I think it's because for a while the future was kind of uncertain in regards to my collecting and everything, but I'm feeling like I'm getting to a more solid ground, so to speak. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who commented on my video with her. We've just been getting along so well lately that it just pleased me that people were thinking she's pretty and whatnot. I don't know. We've just been really bonding, and I've really been appreciating just her in general, and I'm so glad that I made it work. I keep mentioning that over and over, I know, but I'm just so happy about it because it really was bothersome for a very, very long time there, and I really hated it. It was a horrible emotion to look at a doll and you still feel the character in the doll. You still feel them there, but you just can't capture them. And that's pretty much what was happening. It was like I'm catching up on videos, and I watched a video from Emmy Marie in regards to I want to believe the character's name is Rohan. I hope I pronounced that correctly. That she went to shell into a Dolce Pavo, I believe. Pavo. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, but hopefully you know what I mean. And she was talking about how like the doll doesn't look exactly like the actor, you know, she wanted to embody it as that character, but it gave off the feel of him. And you know what, that's what she is. I probably could never find a doll that looks 100% exactly like how a character looks in my head, but the doll has to feel like the character. Like for instance, her and Rye are my best examples. Rye, who's my doll's own wing too, I chose them because as soon as I saw them, I felt the character they embody. I just felt it with all of my being. I felt it. And they're one of the like they're actually, you know what? They're the only two characters, because Vi is actually not my character. Vi is my boy and girl Sky. They're actually the only two characters I have that I was able to shell into a doll, because I felt their character in it, and I don't get that a lot with my pre-existing characters. I usually now make characters based off of dolls, but she was a pre-existing character, so was Rye, and those dolls, I just felt it. I was like, I have to get these dolls. They are the character. So to have her and just have her around, and I still feel the character in her, and I didn't feel her character in any other doll I looked at, and I did look, mind you, and I feel bad for them, sorry sweetie, but I did look. Just was super duper frustrating, like more frustrating than I can really put across without sounding nuts. But I do have her in a good place right now, and I hope we continue in this place, and I'm hoping to get her some new clothes soon. She has a lot, mind you, because now that her style is pretty much the style I originally had planned for her, I had bought plenty of clothes to capture that style, but I still want to get her like something to just refresh all of those items, especially since I am going to a convention in well, actually weekend after this one, and I want to take her this year. I took her last year, and she had, oh god, she had the worst face up at that point. I'm not saying like this is a pro face up or anything, but in compared to the face up she had last time, yeah. But I did take her last year. I usually take her and Rye as my big dolls, though this year I may switch that up. I'm not 100% sure. I'm so used to taking Rye that I would feel bad to leave him home, but at the same time I kind of wanted to take my my Soom Dia boy, just because like he's a doll no one's seen before. So I don't know, I'm gonna give that some serious thought, but I know I am taking her, and I kind of wanted to get her something like just new to wear there, even though it really doesn't matter. The people I'm meeting up with, not only would they not care if she showed up in like the same thing she's worn for years or something, they haven't really seen her all that much, so it's not like she has to have anything new, but I might get her something, just a little something, but yeah, I'd also like to thank everyone who commented on my video about Recast. I wanted to actually answer people's comments, but I can't figure out how to do it through my phone. Once I do, I want to answer a couple that I got that I think really deserve an answer, and just in general I wanted to be better at answering comments this year, but I had found previously a way to do it through my phone. Now I can't find it again, and the reason why I'm trying to find a way to do it through my phone is because unfortunately my computer has not died per se. It is still living but it is acting very weird, and I'm trying not to overuse it if I can. I'm trying to, if there's anything I can use my phone for, I'd rather use my phone at this point until I figure out what my computer's doing. And I'm really sad about it. Like I mentioned in a couple videos last year, hey, I can say last year now, that this year I wanted to get a new computer and that it was top priority over like everything else. Well, it's kind of a top priority mixed with probably some dolls, but I had actually been optimistically hoping that it could wait one more year, but it cannot, unfortunately. I was hoping that because I really wanted to go to Dollism Plus in New York, and I actually looked up the pricing and everything, and I was actually feeling like I could pull it off, and I don't know, maybe some last minute thing will happen, I'll be able to pull it off, but in order to pull it off I'd have to sacrifice something, and I don't want to sacrifice my computer because it's going to have to be replaced. It is on its last legs, and I'd rather it not die completely before getting my new one. I want it around for editing pictures and things like that. But I also don't know if I can just stop buying dolls. And I know that sounds nuts and sort of kind of like obsessive or weird or something, but to me it does anyway. Maybe it doesn't in reality, but there's just some dolls I really want home this year, if only because like their characters are really strong in my head and I would like them here for inspirational purposes. There's not a lot that I want to bring home, not like a ton or anything, but it would be just enough that I can save for my computer and I can get those dolls, but I can't do that, both those things, and then go to Dollism Plus. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, really. The only reason why I want to go is just to meet people who are going and maybe pick up some things, but in all honesty I just want to meet people. Which I know that sounds expensive to it's an expensive trip to make just to meet people, but I thought it'd be great, especially since there seems to be some YouTubers going, and I thought it'd be great. But the future's not, you know, set in stone. I have until probably March to really figure this out and solidify some things, so I'm not going to call it yet, but computer is a definite. That's one thing I do have to do. So regardless, that has to be done. So whatever I can do on my, as I was saying, whatever I can do on my phone, I have to try and do on there. Once I can figure out how to answer comments, I will do so, and I'm going to start being better about that. I recently found out that the reason why I'm so just bad at that is because I have really bad social anxiety. It's really bad. And it's to a point where, like, it's hard for me to keep up on messages, and if I'm answering, like, replying to threads on Den of Angels, and it just makes it hard because I get really paranoid and put things off, and it's really just awful. So please pardon me on that. I am going to work on that this year, especially because I don't want that to continue. I don't want to live my life like that. So yeah. But in regards to the dolls that I want to bring home, I mean, there's one in particular that I just, it sounds weird to say I need this doll home, but I feel really like they're incomplete without her, and that's Bella as part of the girls storyline. I really want her home, especially since now I think I've pinpointed which doll I want her to be. It was between 4 dolls, and that is a Wit doll Ruby, an Aquarius doll, name just went out of my head. It's an Aquarius doll, but I can't remember her name. Unfortunately, I feel bad for that, but oh, it was Aquarius doll Ella, I believe, but I can't be 100% certain. And it was between a Soul doll Little, or Liddell, I believe it's Liddell, and a Soul doll Bonnie. Well, after giving it many thoughts on these 4 choices, I think I've decided to settle on a Soul doll Liddell, if only because I found owner pictures of her, and she kind of just looks like bossy, and like beautiful and bossy, and for some reason that really encaptures Bella to me. Also, I've discovered her style. I thought it was like, when it was my Doll Chateau Queena, it was one way, but it has completely changed to more of a kind of punkish style. Like, that's as close as I can think of as for a comparison. So it'll be fun to dress her, but of course it means branching off into yet another style of which I have no clothes for, and that sucks. I hate that when a doll's like, you know, I want this style and I have nothing for it, so that means I have to track it down, buy it, and hope it works out. So yeah, and that's one doll I really want home. And then another one I really want home is my Midgie doll Gina girl. I can't get her out of my head, and I have already bought her wigs and clothes, so I probably should plan on actually bringing her home. She won't be as expensive though, because I mean, she won't be ridiculously expensive because the head will be the major expense. In the body, I'm just for right now going to get her mirror doll body, and I'm really considering about getting the other mirror doll girl I want to get. I might not get her, we shall see, but at the same time I get her body, I may also get a body for my Simply Divine Harlequin head, which I don't know if I ever showed him on this channel ever. I know there's pictures of him on my Flickr, but I don't know if I ever like just showed him. He's been floating head since I got him because his resin is hard to match, but I'm thinking that a white skin 68 centimeter body from Mirror Doll might actually work for him, and I'm going to do some research on that, and I might order them at the same time and get him off the floating head list, because that's something I want to work on, and then not all this year, but by the end of 2015 I want no more floating heads. So that's a long-term goal, yes. But yeah, I really don't have anything else to ramble about. I don't know, it's been a while since I've talked about doll plans and doll stuff, and I just felt like talking about it, especially since, like, who else am I going to talk to about this stuff? So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to mention in this video, but I'm actually about to do Nella Curiosity's prompt, and in that I will mention another doll plan that I have that really not disturbs me, but it surprises me because I never thought it would happen. So that's why I'm going to save it for that prompt, since that's what it's about. So thank you guys so much if you watched, and I'm sorry this was much longer than I thought and very, very rambly. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.